All right, they got this pretty much ready to pull out.
Yeet.
And then put back in again within 24 hours. It's not the right way to do things. We're gonna do it anyways. We're just gonna throw these in there and make it go. You have to see how that does, and I might have to adjust the timing more. No, not right now. I mean, just see if it's running good, and then if it is, we'll leave it alone. And then if it's like you're like, oh, it's not quite right, then we might have to
Put it around last night. It was all right.
So it is go day, and there's some stuff that is not go day for. I've decided to leave the truck blazer, also known as Disappointment, home. Haven't even put the engine in it yet. I could have actually invested time yesterday, into finishing it. It was actually feasible to do. I would have probably stayed up all night. That I kind of leisurely did some other things and found some other things to do. One of the big reasons why I didn't really push myself anymore at that point is the trailer I'm supposed to haul it on. I loaned it out a week and a half ago under the conditions that it would be back last week. And as of last weekend, it was still not back. And as of yesterday, it was still not back. And at that point, I was like, why am I rushing to get this done? I'm not only rushing it, but I also don't have the trailer planned for this to go on. I will just not rush to get this done and invest what time I have left into other things instead. So John also made the decision not to go. Again, we were lacking an extra trailer, doing an earlier drop off. He made the call anyways to go ahead and do some other things to the van before it goes, so it'll probably go in the fall. I worked on tow rigs, oil change on this. It's got a different transfer case in it. Basically just needs to have all the fluids checked, and then hopefully this will tow Tommy's truck. I got the C4 out with the plan revision going on. Ricky's going to drive this over. This has got some other issues where I don't want to tow heavy loads with it, but if he's going to go over empty anyways, have him go over with this truck after work, be able to tow one of the other trailers that's over there, one of the rigs that's pre-dropped off in advance back, and hopefully this will make one tow back the way the clutch issue is and the slight vibration. I'm just going to run over there in the metric Dodge. I won't be towing the truck blazer with it as planned, because I won't have that trailer. Just be an easy drive over there empty, so I didn't have to drop off rigs in advance had I not known I wasn't going to get the trailer back in time. This one, then I could have towed something over this time instead. Anyways, this truck still has issues. It randomly still throws its code for 2 sensors that have been replaced, so it's something electrical in it, and it'll occasionally just start bucking or shuddering or running rough. I've just kind of learned to just ease off and go with it until it throws its fit and then comes back out of it and keeps going. But not really dependable, but we're gonna make it go. Didn't even touch these. Thought about it, looked at it, didn't reach out and touch it. Tommy's working on his truck last minute. He's got to tear the whole front end apart, I think, and do front axle U-joints in it.
Just hooking up my fuel pump and rehooking all my wiring back up for the starter and everything else.
Oh, you still have to like tear your whole front end apart too and do U-joints?
Oh, I'm gonna run it the way it is.
Oh, so we're just gonna skip the U-joints. Sounds good. Save time.
Yeah.
Let them just disintegrate themselves. That's what I would do. Yeah, we're good to go.
It would be easier to get them out after they break apart.
Yeah, just replace the whole shaft.
Yep.
All right, simpler. You'll get out of here on time then.
Yep.
Mud's got the Suburban and his Toyota loaded on the 40-footer with stacked. Hopefully is not going to death wobble. This is its test. Yeah, great way to test it. And we'll see what happens. I need more tow rigs and trailers that are dependable and functional and, well, here on time. I mean, it was an option to put an engine, transmission, transfer case into this, and have it as another tow rig, but that didn't happen. We also gave up on the budget Suburban, or I gave up on the budget Suburban. It's ironic that I have tried now for the last 2 years to bring this over there, and it has actually been there at least 3 different times. The first time it had some sort of a fuel delivery issue. It was actually in the carburetor itself. I got to drive it through the pit a couple times, but it would just, as soon as you give it throttle, it would cut out and sputter and just barely make it through. The next year, had it running great, different carburetor, full throttle, no problems with it running. And then I noticed the front pinion was loose, and I didn't want to screw up the front end and the gears. Didn't drive it. Changed out the whole front end. It was running good. 4-wheel drive was working. We didn't have issues with it. And then, long story less long, my cousin's passed away. His memorial was that weekend. I was still planning to go there at least on Friday, but with everything else going on, getting everyone else's rigs over there in time, I did have this over there in advance. I ended up not going back just to be there for Friday to have to come back home again. So it sat there the whole weekend ready to go, and I wasn't there. It's like, okay, this spring I'm going to drive it. We went to the 39.5s. It was running great up until we went to go for a drive, and I let John drive it. Nothing he did wrong, just a random circumstance to where it started cutting out. We thought we found multiple issues that were causing it, and it still doesn't run right. Skip pulled the tank out so we could look at the fuel pickup strainer, screen, sock, whatever you want to call it. You can order them online. I didn't order one online because I was like, well, when I go in, I'll just pick one up from a parts store in person, and no one carries one without selling you the whole sending unit, which I don't need the whole sending unit. That's in good shape. I just need the little filter sock that's for like $7. But no, you got to buy a $120 part with the sock. So regardless, between that and, again, not having the extra trailer last weekend to drop it off in advance, we just, well, let's just leave it here. Gotta try to bring some spare batteries with. I'm trying to round up spare parts, spare tools. Whole disaster mess in here. For electrical, we need duct tape. We need electrical tape, grease. We need used oil containers to put used oil in when I do the oil change. Drain pans. I even get red lights in the middle of nowhere. Yeah, there we go again. The old guy reminiscing about old times. But I do remember 20 years ago, 2005, driving this way. Had the motorhome. His friends were driving the motorhome over. I was driving the blue and white GMC. I think I was towing a little, the 8-foot Dodge pickup bed trailer with a load of parts and spare stuff and tools and tires. Man, it's hard to believe it's been that long already. But I remember driving the GMC down the highway. It had never been towed before. It always drove everywhere. I wasn't making an exception for this. It was driving to Moyie, and that was the beginning of the end, I guess you would say, for its record of never being towed. Only 2 years into it being on the lift and the 39.5s or the 40s. So I kind of retired the truck from being the main driver and tow rig, at least. I still drove the thing everywhere. But I had the K3081 crew cab at the time, and that became the main tow rig for towing a trailer. And I think actually in 05, the crew cab was down. I think the engine was out of it or something, because when we towed the GMC back, I had that crew cab from Utah that I had bought earlier that year and was driving, and my blue 81 crew cab was not in use. I'm headed now to pick up a carburetor. Figured it's a decent deal on a good ready to run quadrajet style carb for the camo blazer, because it's kind of acting a little weird. So just in case we need one anyways at home. So I'm gonna pick it up, meeting him here shortly in Sandpoint. I'm pretty sure it's the same guy I hauled a cab over engine COE older Chevy truck from here across the state to someone else in some years past. So we'll go meet him, pick up this carburetor, and then go get the 18 van. All right, we met up here, picked up this quadrajet, and we'll throw it on the camo blazer if it keeps giving us fits. Thursday, just after opening at noon. Or now like 1 something, I think. State land is open. Everyone's getting set up. pictures of too tall.
Like, look, I don't like how high I am.
Yeah.
Right now. It's the way I'm figuring.
I'm afraid of heights too. I don't even like getting on the trailer when it's on there.
You're okay.
Well, Tommy made it with the truck. It survived the trip. Different transfer case and swap meet tires. All the way from Louisiana Mudfest.
All the way from Louisiana Mudfest.
All right, we got the American Tough Truck Association sticker.
Only proper. Little fish shine for it. Ought to do just fine, I think. It's a brand new sweatshirt, so it'll collect all the dust.
Oh yeah, that's how you properly clean.
That's right. Only one way. And that's the right way. I said right. By the way. You know why? Because it's a tough truck.
I don't know how tough it is, but it does tow.
Stuff.
It doesn't jump. It doesn't go fast, but it tows things and
It's still moving.
churns. Last year was more work than.
Oh, there was no play last year. I got.
Well, 0.5 seconds. You got a little
yeah,
play.
I got enough play to get re-mad after we cranked.
See,
up.
your pure motivation was not to play, but just pure on anger. Just you're so upset with
last year we had spray paint and we had perseverance. I don't think it was spelt right, but it was on right here.
It was.
We knew what it meant, and then Mud brought us one of his stickers. He was like, "Hey man, you get it going, you can have this sticker. You know what? Here, you can just have this sticker." I was like, "Oh, thanks, man."
He didn't have much faith in you at that point.
I didn't have faith in us.
Got red on red there, but
Yeah.
oh, there he goes.
Somebody gave me that one for free. The better one's on this side. Actually, he gave me both those for free.
Oh, hold on, we're not even done yet here. I mean.
Oh no. That's for the water. That's for water. To heat up water. But anyways, yeah. This is what I was supposed to get, and he gave me that first, and I was like, dude, this is red and shiny. I don't want this at all. And then he gave me one of these, and I was like, all right, I'll take it. And then I'm sure this will be some questions before the weekend's over.
Drive it like a rental.
Yeah.
And you got some air intake on it.
A little bit. We might go test out whatever's the deepest hole if the NOS works out. Wait, what? A high test gas line that's ran directly to my intake. On the other side there's a little nipple here, and then I have a couple the kids are huffing whippets and we let our Jeeps huff it, I guess is what we're going to try out anyways. And I have a whipped cream dispenser. Essentially it's whipped cream dispensary is all it is, but it's the same stuff as NOS, and we're going to see what it shoots off, and hopefully it's not a piston, but you know, I don't think there's going to be enough of that to do that, but you never know. I have a backup Jeep if worse comes to worse. I think you know, we could try it again on another one.
Yeah.
The combination I'm going to run is about an 80 shot, so it's not really even that much. Yeah, we got a beat up Cherokee that we're going to spray some NOS to here this weekend. Should be fun. It's placed up there like that in my camp.
All right, just like that, we have a professional fill station set up. First customer. Fill some shocks here. The $800 4Runner.
Yeah,
originally.
Yeah, originally $800 out of the Yak River, and then just picked up parts. I went to Salem, Oregon, picked up a 3.4 with the manual and dual cases. You know, borrowed axles and then built them up. 513 gears with Yukon, 35 spline inner and outers. The most expensive thing I bought for was the tires, actually.
But probably well worth it from what
Oh,
we've
yeah,
heard about
definitely
these.
well worth it. You know, just having that traction makes a huge difference. So the rocks make a big difference. And then you know, I just parts and pieces. I took brackets that I had laying around, cut them up, made them work, and
Recycled steering parts
yeah,
here too.
recycled steering parts. I used 4-link bars off of Mark Ramsey's old buggy for my steering and my track bar, and then you know, used skid plates and cut them up. And well, the front bumper was actually a bumper off of a Jeep Wrangler. cut it, widened it 2.5 inches, and bent it all back, made it fit. So, you know, work in progress. That's how it goes.
Yeah.
But run's good. We'll see how it performs this weekend, though.
All right. Well, yeah. Hopefully the shocks don't bleed down. So you
Right,
don't have
yeah,
to
appreciate it.
keep
Thanks
messing
for
with
the nitrogen.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no
leveled it
problem.
all back out. So it's
Yeah, I'll
just
see.
low on the left front, that's for sure.
Well, we're gonna try to. It started. That's good. We're gonna move rigs and try to get mud in here and rearrange trucks and trailers to where they're not all here. I thought we had a different plan here, but I guess it is what it is. I thought he was gonna come up that way and swing in here.
Might be. You're gonna have to turn around.
Where's he backing?
I don't know what he's.
I'm saying anything, he'll yell at me. Joe!
Tommy's gonna finally unload. He took a nap as well. The Captain Devon over there. He's already going for a sail or what? How many knots can you go in this?
We're gonna find out this week.
You're fishing for people,
Yeah,
huh?
I'm fishing for people. It'll be entertaining, that's for sure. Oh yeah, custom hood and everything.
Well, the old sailing ships were made out of wood, so I mean,
Yeah.
I'm gonna inspect your paint job next.
Easy. The house paint job.
It looks better than mine. Robert here, he must have moved camp. He didn't stay with us, huh?
We're down in the field.
Oh,
Those are my homemade burger patties.
Oh, yep.
5 miles an hour.
Don't make me come over there. Too early for this.
They're probably giving me a shot.
for the most part, everything is here for us. Got a few friends still gonna roll in sometime later today or tonight, but just gotta do some last minute things here. They're working on the mud pit at the moment. So how do you like rear steer?
It is still different getting used to. I got the electric over hydraulic setup from Busted Knuckle. I got the self-centering deal, but I didn't get that set up in time. I got my high steer arms yesterday to do the double shear, so I didn't have time to set up the self-centering on it.
Oh, so you got the kit, it's just not on yet.
Yeah, went up yesterday and hooked a tree.
Oh,
Schrader valve off, but other than that, it held up really good the whole trail. Did everything really good.
and how do you like these tires?
I think I like them.
haven't run them enough yet to find out.
Yeah, this is the very first time I ran them in the rocks or anything. Everything's been snow since I got this rig. Since I did the rear steer, everything, this is the very first time I ran it was last night. And I only did the trail twice. So
Those are not Toyota axles on there.
Nope.
not anymore.
Wow. How's it going, big trucks, low backs?
Doing well. We got
Doing well? You
The-
beat me out here.
the original Ibex off-road videos here.
It's been a work in progress. I changed a lot before this weekend. Did the rear steer, what coilovers on the front. It had 47s on it. Then I went to these 43-inch Mickeys. Did new winches front and rear. Pretty much all the things that I thought might have been a problem, I just changed. I was like, if I don't do it all right now, it'll probably never happen. There's only big upgrades left. Is going to do an LS in it, probably before fall. still a 4-cylinder now. It's got a
okay.
3 RZ. And it'll have a 2002 Toyota Tacoma cab on it. That's your cab.
But T100 I just picked up, single cab.
Pretty good.
Just got a good deal on a K5. Did a big block then.
Yeah, I did we did a labor trade deal for the truck. So I'm into the Blazer for 10 hours of labor, and then picked up the 454 out of another running driving 92. It's a it was out of a 1977 Chevy. Got a big cam in it and a bunch of goodies on it.
Is it Dodge 1-tons under it? Or is that...
I don't know if these are Dodge or Chevy on this one.
looks like a Dodge shock mounts and Dodge hubs.
Yeah. I know it's a Kingpin 60 front with 488s, and then it's a 70 rear with 488s. The Detroit blew up in it,
Oh,
so they tried to weld it up, and so it's about 1.5 rear wheel drive in the rear. I hope I get 2-3 runs out of it, and then wife wanted to go mudding. That's the fender I need for mine. Yeah, right?
was.
I got.
Give it a custom roll there.
Gotta work good enough. Custom.
Yeah, here comes dust control.
Cheap build.
Yeah, now's the best time to do it because it's not going to sag this down.
It pulled back and down a tiny bit, but not bad.
Yeah, well, we're on the bump stop, so they can't really go down anymore, but should be high enough, right?
Yeah. Yeah, we're pretty much fully extended right there.
So, I mean, too tall is just big, awkward, and it doesn't get around places very good, but it does work well for things like this. Need a wrench. But those are 2 inches shorter.
Yeah. So it'll be almost 4 total, because these are 14s and these are 16s.
Travel, so.
Yeah, luckily I brought these for the front because I wasn't sure if I was gonna like those coilovers the way they're set up.
Get the wrench back.
But they actually work pretty well, I think.
Go tell Mom. Make sure there's no cars coming when you cross the road.
I got a solid hammer if you need one.
Okay. Oh, I got it. This little guy.
That one. Oh, there you go. You know. It's like you almost need to make another bar that goes around here to protect your valves.
I know. I don't think that I can't run the valve in because it hits right there.
Yeah.
I was thinking about that because I was going to change this mount up a little bit higher for my 18-inch coilovers. And then when I do that, I can make it to where that comes out over the top.
Are those remote reservoir though?
The ones I have that would go on the rear are.
Oh.
They're
So you'll still have a valve up there somewhere. Uh-oh.
Yep. Those ones are 18-inch Fox. The ones on the front have the remote reservoirs.
Are the neighbors being noisy for you or something?
I don't know what they're doing.
I woke up at 6.
They're working on their truck. Is this the wrong neighborhood?
They're running tools right next to my window.
Oh, yeah, you know.
Have a nap.
Precision adjustments here.
on now.
Yeah. Some people think so.
I keep getting hit now.
Irvin's got his truck back. Good to see it out again. Got the Buick LeSabre here. Aired it down for traction. Steven's got his back together. Good to see that it is not non-running anymore. Different engine, basically. Completely different engine. But at least it's back. And I guess Stuart bought this. This one's been for sale for a while, kind of locally to us. And I'm pretty sure the frame down used to be the square body light blue mega truck that Brad had. And I think he sold it, and then someone put the older 68 body on it. At least that's what it looks like to me, because these are the rims and tires he had. Oh, we got a Subaru Brat over there.
So we'll see how it is in the
Why aren't you out there yet?
Not yet. I don't want to break it the first day.
Oh, you've broken it the first day too many times, haven't
Yeah,
you?
way too many times.
So we're not going to start it until tomorrow.
Yeah.
Tell the season.
Yeah, you'll at least be able to run on Saturday if you don't run until Saturday, right?
Yeah.
Well, had to go buy some more food.
I do love those body styles.
Yeah, 68. I think it's one-wheel drive right now. He said the previous owner beat the driver's side axle shaft in with a hammer. And he couldn't get it out to try to fix anything.
Slide in something quite wrong. I beat it in with the sledgehammer.
Yeah, that's what he was saying. Like, not even the right shaft or something, and everything's all welded up, well, improperly. Is the front end not? Oh, he didn't put his hubs in first?
Just the one hub.
Oh, jeez.
That's the only one you can turn. Going right back through again.
Huh? Your hands driving out.
Remember back in the day when it used to be if you got stuck 3 times you couldn't go anymore?
Yeah.
Physics working pretty good today.
Oh, yeah.
How's yours running now?
Well, it runs pretty good. It's still Andy's got to face the tune on. We got to hook the pan fans up and then run.
What's this? That maintenance stuff?
Yeah. Oil change.
Oil change.
Spent so much time on her truck, didn't have time to do anything on mine. So here we are.
Still have not aired up the shocks too tall. Don't want to get in a hurry about things. Stay to adjust timing on that a little bit. We're going to try to get the van going. I kind of want it to go through the mud pit once before we take it home, but I don't want to drive it so it was easy to find a driver for some reason. So I just want to film it go again.
Too tall next?
Didn't say anything about that. Notice the shocks are still down all the way.
Yeah.
Prevents hijackings.
Wrong size.
This is the wrong size. Shouldn't be. Guess it's wore down.
Jake's going to get one.
Little crescent wrench would be good. In the polka dot van, it sat in there frozen for 5 years. Somehow took enough of a charge to crank on it. I used it in the 18 van, and now it's in the 4-wheel drive van. Specific instructions for anyone who drives this van: do not break out the stained glass window. Yeah, we'll need to take out the high lift and the little snow support. So just keep pumping that pedal for a little while. Might need to get more priming fuel. Just gonna add some fuel to it. And you know it's high performance when you can hear the fan over the rest of the engine running.
it for me.
Remember how that was in and out?
Adding some of the go juice.
That's
Yep.
not the normal one.
A little bit of low octane.
Buddy. How you doing, sister?
Why am I the sister?
Just cause.
Does it work?
It does.
Well, it's still here.
I know.
Here's a.
Wondering why was there a? Does anyone know the story on that one?
Not sure.
The only thing mud falls off of is the wagon.
You squished
I really
Ken.
gotta watch that piece of piece there. I got the CDL up here.
Shouldn't have been there.
I can hear and that's about it.
Yeah. Are you getting that?
Yeah, I am.
Yeah, a couple zip ties.
The first time in 14 years.
Didn't show up in a Dodge.
You gotta shove it or leave it?
Yeah, gotta shove it or leave it.
And before you drove the Dodge, you were showing up in a
Van.
Ford
With
van.
windows, not creeper.
What was before the van?
Both vans.
There's two vans?
I had white G20 and then the green
Cut it at an angle,
E150.
And before that?
You gotta get his hands to the ball.
I borrowed everybody else's. We're gonna give up one of them strings of beads.
There we go. Yeah.
We're getting ready to do something a little different, a little special. Take the old GMC out for the first time since a while. I don't think these two have ever been to Moyie at the same time together. happened to the original Dirty Mother?
It broke down and sat for a long time, and then we decided Cheyenne needed to drive it, so we cut up the white Chevy, put her axles and motor in this, and it's a big improvement.
So now we're running with LS.
Yep, 6-liter LS, and before Mona passed away, that's what she was wanting to do. She liked the way Cheyenne's motor sounded, and she wanted to do this, so.
Mona Fancher. I drive an 82 Toyota pickup with a 383 stroker in it. My kids built it for me. I think they're trying to kill me.
How did you first get into mud bogging?
I went to my first mud bog at Feast Creek, and I haven't missed one since.
What year was that?
2002, something like that. And I think I got my first truck in 2006, maybe 7.
What do you find fun about it?
All the people that I've met, getting out there and getting dirty and tearing it up, and don't have to worry about getting a ticket.
The original Dirty Mother is back. Definitely miss Mona, but now she's smiling down, looking at her truck. You went from 38.5s.
Yep, to 42s.
And you're on 1 tons now, so the Toyota axles.
Yep.
And these are the 42s originally on Mortis from years
Yep,
ago.
the original 6x6 when he first put it together with the 42s. I have 5 out of the 6. Somewhere there's a 6th tire out there I'm trying to find.
And it was basically you and Jeremy put this
me and
together.
Jeremy, Cheyenne helped a little bit. Logan stopped by a couple times.
And threw it together within what, a pretty short period of time?
About a month.
Yes, Jeremy built this for a mount, and Jeremy and Chris got it put back together, and Cheyenne's gonna run it, and hope to see it out there in the mud. Also, you got a shifter in this that Cheyenne will be able to hit second gear. So we may not hear rev limiter as much as before in the white truck, but we'll probably still hear some rev limiter. It almost go time.
I think so.
Are you excited?
Yeah. Very. Yep, we waited for Josh to come, and he'll head out there soon, I think.
Hint, hint.
I'm like, I gotta get up there before she washes her face.
Can you just see the circles?
Oh, you'll see.
Is smiling up there right now, seeing Cheyenne run it through the pit and just mud flying everywhere.
it's a family thing. It's something we could all do together, and I think it's kept us close.
Oh, looks like we got some technical stuff going on here.
Just wiring up some fans.
That's the plan.
I'm gonna go cross-eyed if I keep wiring stuff.
Were they not wired in before, or just not working?
Different fans, so
Oh.
he's
Different motor too.
Yeah, different everything,
Yep.
except the truck.
everything.
Same hairline.
You talking about me or you?
Me. So yours is getting there.
The lower radiator mounts are custom.
I didn't have anything to do with that part, so
No,
don't blame me.
it's hobbled in right
I
now.
mean, it works, right?
Yeah. Not like it's a daily driver.
Not saying I wouldn't do it.
Not at all. Not at all. Where do you think I got the idea from?
Yeah.
Somebody says I'm in two-wheel drive, but it should be four-wheel drive.
So it was not intentional that you've been in two-wheel drive the last few runs.
So either an axle's busted or the spider gears went out. One of
Yeah.
the two.
Because it definitely looked like you were just in two-wheel drive. I didn't see front spin. And that's the front's the one that was you couldn't see or touch or feel the gear lube in it when you
Oh,
checked.
there was no gear lube in it.
No gear lube.
And either one. So
Either one.
either one.
Oh well, at least the rear's holding up.
Rear's moving.
Now I'm back to where I was.
Well, you made it look so elegant that she was like, "Hey."
It's loud. Do you want earplugs?
Now you're gonna show Mud where he went wrong. The captain's spouting off orders again. Boats and hose! I've honestly never seen anything like that.
There's one.
step side 3 times. We got some major coolant leak, and then something in the front end popped, like broke. So there's that. Mystery machine. Well, I think I figured out what broke on that last pass. Stub shaft, so my spindle's probably wiped and my hub's out. What did I forget to bring? All the spare Dana 60 stuff. That one's still running. You already messed up the parts one.
Part number 2 is what we like to call it.
Like blew up or just quit running?
I'm pretty sure I cracked the crank.
Oh, what were you doing?
I was just driving.
Just idling.
And I went through the little water pit, and it sucked some water in through it, and it hadn't been ran in a couple years, and old girl signed her goodbye.
Last minute things.
Yeah, got some toggle switches that went out.
Uh-oh.
You know, weather.
Yeah.
Don't last forever.
And here's starter from way back over there. It's like that Stephen Bauer's front end apart. How bad is it?
They went after another one.
Is it?
Yeah, it's something in there is all tore up. It's in the upper part of it. Yeah, it's in this up here.
Right.
I'm not exactly sure what, but something got ate up in there.
Oh yeah, I see the edge of the gears. Pretty rough.
Yeah. Tires will turn, driveline won't. I'm thinking you might have lost the bearing or something, but. Well, yesterday. Then they tend to force themselves apart and break them when they do that. Yesterday, when he was back there, drove it forward and then he backed up, it was like he just slammed it apart. Yeah, just fucking bearing, and then it started clanking. Oh no.
Where's the best food at?
Rodeo dogs.
Got rodeo dogs. We got, what do they got? All kinds of stuff.
Reloaded nachos and street corn and burritos.
Oh, they got burritos too, huh? Ooh. I might have to go after one of them. Grab some more food. Looks like they're stuck in the pit. Quite a few people stuck, looks like. That looks like him?
I looked at it from a distance and I thought it was him.
Oh. Because of the hat. Let me go back a little.
Looks like the same back there.
Yeah. front end. Got the wrong CV axle to change. He bought one for a half ton, so it fit 3/4 ton.
You need to be shoving that back in there.
Zoom way in on that.
Yeah. In there all nice and deep like. She's a little warm. But the 4-wheel drive is fixed.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I think you've made more passes in this in 2-wheel drive than I have in all the vehicles I own.
Yeah, and it freaking mobbed perfectly fine in 2-wheel drive.
Yeah, you're just going. Maybe not fast,
and
but...
my curiosity got the best of me, and I welded in a new CV axle.
Was what is that what the welding was? I stood over there, I was like, someone's welding on something, but I can't see what.
Well, broke that CV axle at Mafia. Bought one on Marketplace for $40. Of course, that's the reason why it was $40. It was for a 1500 and listed as a 2500.
Yeah.
So of course it wouldn't bolt up properly, so I didn't do it. Mobbed around in 2-wheel drive with it. Curiosity got the best of me and spent, I don't know, 15-20 minutes welding it back together, and the 4-wheel drive works. So I just overheated it. And the JB weld is setting nicely on that right there for tomorrow.
Yeah. Well, let's see what where the JB weld is.
I remember I shared clothes with her.
The latest JB weld.
Oh. Go down in here. And it's right. Where is this? Oh, yeah, right up in there. Nice little JB weld job. On top of a JB weld job.
Oh, you're double coating it.
Yep, double coating it. So
Yeah, that'll go down. Don't worry.
I'm actually about to mix up another set to go over the top of that one again.
Were the backwards boggers intentional or just accidental?
It's the only one that's backwards, and it was just how they popped them on and swabs. So it swabs for you.
Yeah, I broke it one more time. Destroyed the front peak of the center section. That would work. I mean, if I still want to bring that. No, it's getting bad now. Like this.
Everyone's sitting around on the job.
I did my job. I went on a scavenger hunt. I got your jack, Mud's hammer, Devin's sockets and chisel.
Oh, I got saltines going. Now I got to go back. Are you pretty happy with how it's running now?
Yes.
It's a little more power than before. Just a little, tiny,
Just a
tiny bit.
tiny bit. Not sure if I want to use the nitrous yet.
You might be content the way it is for a little bit.
Yeah.
Just go out, and do some laps, and
Do some laps. See if I like it. Maybe introduce the nitrous later.
slowly, baby steps. Baby
yeah.
steps.
You
So
know.
so what is in it now? You went from a 460 to
So I went from a 400 horse 460 to 1,050 with 300 shot of nitrous.
but you're not shooting nitrous now.
No.
And you're up in cubic inches to
565 stroker.
And-
So,
and this engine has been tried and tested in the Mistress Bronco in the past.
it came from the machine shop.
But it was basically the same build, wasn't it? It was just freshened.
Yes.
So
Just refreshed and new seals and then I got it, put it in here. My first day of success. It's still running. Runs great. It's a little faster, you can tell.
just a little.
But yeah, baby steps. But yeah, seems to be really good. So
All right, Saltine is definitely moving a little faster. Just a little.
little bit, but yeah. But I definitely had to cram this one in there because valve covers are taller.
It's just all that horsepower. It just takes up more space. I mean,
I beat it up. But I crammed it in here and it seems to be running pretty good. I think the only problem I might have is I might have to change from three-quarter line for the fuel to like 1/2 inch because I think it's running out of fuel.
oh, you're 3/8 line right now.
Yeah.
Okay.
3/8. So I think worst case, if I go to 1/2 inch, I think I'll be fine. So, but other than that, it runs great. So it's wonderful, wonderful.
heck of a day.
Dude, no, it's been fun. It was actually quite the puzzle. Dude, we did it though.
Well, you're here, and your camper truck is not, I hear.
Yeah, no, they're going back to go get it though. So
At least you didn't get impounded.
I know. Like, they're letting me use their lot just for fun.
Getting pretty deep. Heard rev limiter. I think Cheyenne must be driving the dirty mother. Derek's here. They're gonna get him through the gates. He's just gonna get in the line real quick. Rear steer. Cheyenne's gonna make a pass. No, we're good to go.
Let's go then.
Well, I got some kids and a waiting list. we'll fit you in, don't worry. Fine. We'll fit you in. There are a lot of people that asked, I just don't know where they're at.
We're here though.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Well, I'm not ready right now.
Alright.
Check in a little bit. I gotta get them parked. Derek's gonna follow us out there. I'm gonna bring the second wave of kids out to give them rides, assuming this reclamped air intake tube holds up, which this will be the test. Just be careful. So we're gonna give rides. Everyone else that hit me up earlier for rides is not present as usual. So second round of rides, and hopefully many more to come. Is the truck too tall or something?
It is a little too tall.
Does it seem really high up here?
Just a little bit.
Yeah. It's not like those ships that you sail on.
Don't even start with me. Hey, drive my boat underneath this damn thing.
It would spool up and then we're losing it. I mean, I wonder if this has got something to do with it, but it should have just been, well, maybe it's sucking. Let's see what did we have going on here? Maybe it actually was collapsing this under enough suction, because look at how that's folded in there. Well, unsuccessful test pass. That stayed on this time, and it is even worse. Like it sounds like it's sucking air through a small space. So I don't know if one of these is collapsing and causing that, because it's even worse now. So I got to figure that out. Moyie nightlife. We're on one of the busiest main drags of Moyie. We got the crick crawl, tank trap, whatever you want to call it, starts there. The main pit down there. We got what has become mega truck row with a few not mega trucks in it. Because Ricky got here with the C4 late last night. I was supposed to have him pull in here where I taped it off, but apparently he parked out on the corner. The Miller's adding more fuel because they both depleted their fuel tanks yesterday. When you run out of fuel or something?
It's pretty possible. I won't know until I get this lid off, but I'm having issues getting the lid off.
Mud or something?
Well,
How'd
there
that get
was
there?
a little mud there, but now I've got it unlatched, but the cap is not coming out of it.
I had one of those caps and it was weird. Like I'd fiddle with it and then like,
Yeah.
just try to get it out and would not budge, and then I'd just like barely touch it a certain way and it would just pop out. It was weird.
I have to have
the touch or turn thing. It's inconsistency.
Perhaps
is what
you
it's
should
called.
be up here and not me then.
I'll give it a try.
Oh, I'll let you.
Uh-oh. I hated, like, that's the one, I think we put it in the hoopty. I had it in the truck blazer. I literally would fight with that thing and fight with that thing, and then I'd have someone else come over, and they'd be like, well, it just came right off. It's doing the same thing.
Oh, okay. I don't feel so bad then. Oh, shoot. That's good stuff.
Yeah, I never could understand why mine was that way either. And then I went to the style with the screw-on cap.
Yeah, I'm definitely going to have to change because it's been acting up more and more lately.
Well, and then mine was leaking too, so every time it would rain, I'd get water in the fuel tank and have to drain it. Oh, there it went.
Hey, magic. Is there something in there?
10 passes for
Oh, geez.
10 gallons, 15 gallons.
10. Oh, well. We'll put some fuel on it and go and do some more. I've only got 10 more gallons, though.
You got to ration it out for the day
I
then.
think so. At least if I have enough to get back on the trailer, I'll be happy.
You out of fuel too?
No, I just want to make sure that I...
You're sucking the fuel down a little more than before.
Yeah.
Just a little. Derek here, so he's got a little bit of the lean going.
Everything else.
Yeah. Huh.
Alan, look. Morning of aluminum.
Aluminum.
Did you see overkill over here?
I was wondering what the lean was about.
Dude. Okay. Funny story. We were all making fun of my caveman control arms right here. Look at this. Look, they're caveman. And everybody's like, oh, those suck. We'll just get some aftermarket ones that are real, you know, some real nice ones. Some real billet aluminum ones.
The manufactured ones.
Yeah. Look at this one over here.
They're both bad, but that one's not that bad.
Look, it's all the way under the frame.
I was noticing things didn't look right.
So I got to figure out what to do with this.
So you know how the back is mounted straight up and down? That goes, so it goes like that?
Uh-huh. I forgot to check to see if this was gonna clear the tank up there. We're lucky we didn't punch through the bottom of the tank with the return to center unit. That'd be expensive.
It's a brand new paint job on that.
Hey, you don't.
Got crossbreed here, still for sale, everyone. But let's ask them anyways. You know, people on Facebook Marketplace are just itching to ask, is this still available?
Yeah, it sure is.
20 grand, you can buy it.
And drive it away?
Yep, drive it away, go play with it all weekend, do whatever you want. I just played with it last night.
Yeah.
What a salesman. You got a PowerPoint presentation to go along with this?
It's like Steven got his back up and going again. Just let it cool off and not catch on fire.
I just overheated the fan yesterday.
So what do? You just let the transmission fluid cool off enough to where it's not on fire, and then it goes again, right?
Then you got to put about a quart and a half in.
Yeah, well, add the extra stuff that burned off.
Then she's good to go. Maybe. We'll see.
Yeah, I wasn't sure after that if the training was completely gone or what. Like,
I just think it boiled out of the dipstick tube.
yeah, and ignited.
The dipstick tube was popped up a little bit.
Because we're clear over there turning around, and I look over and I was like, is he on fire? And then we saw flames. I was like, uh-oh.
Yeah, exactly. Not again.
You tore your whole front end apart, changed the chunk yesterday?
Yeah, there's something in that other chunk. There was something bad in the worm gear or pinion or something. Wasn't giving me four-wheel drive, so we swapped her out and Now we got 4-wheel drive.
Sunglasses.
Those are some Buffy sunglasses right there.
Talking with Irvin yesterday, and I guess his truck is not running. They're having some issues they think might be a burnt valve, and also his electric water pump is not circulating. So doesn't want to mess it up. Engine probably needs to be gone through, but hopefully we'll see him back out with the truck in the fall.
I don't see a bump stop.
We don't worry about the little things.
Custom.
Okay.
I broke at the top of the tank trap about 3 in the morning. Drove back down. I caught a tree pretty hard on this side, ripped that link out. I was able to run the winch and suck it right back in to just rip the end of the link. And drove back down. I didn't realize I broke the coil or the shock until pointed out this morning. I was like, oh, I guess I broke a little more than I thought.
Yeah, run just down here locally, get it all welded up, fixed up, change one shock.
Yep, throw the other 16-inch shock I have in the rear, go weld up the end of that link, and I should be back in about an hour and see if we'll do some work.
Never works out
buggy
to
stuff.
an hour, but
well, I'm saying it's gonna take an hour because realistically, I think it's gonna take me 20 minutes.
50 minutes, 20 minutes.
So,
Okay,
if I say an
you already
hour-
figured that in.
Yeah.
You've already got the figure factor in there.
Yeah, and then we'll come back. I'm either gonna find a MIG welder and weld the end of the cap on that drive line.
So I suppose I should work on one of these. Still don't know why Too Tall is losing its boost ability. And this will not idle. Step side's broke, plus it was kind of flooding out, overfueling, and both of these are overheating, I think. So I don't know where to start. Get back to this carb swap here. It's a nice air filter you got there.
Oil it all up again, wash it in some water and soap.
This is after I've cleaned it.
I'm gonna go and get this carb put on and see if it runs any better. This thing sure is stubby.
Sure is. How's Alan doing?
Good. How are you?
Doing great.
Are you having out? It's too clean.
Well, that'll come later. We'll get her a little dirty.
Oh, okay. You
Just want to watch some of the festivities this morning.
Carburetor's got the fluid truck running good. Topped off the coolant. Found out where the coolant leaks from. Head gasket. This one was the rebuilt mini starter. It just went on and it's already at least the other one would start going after you click it so many times. So I was gonna grab the three-wheeled step side that has a broken shaft and carburetor over flooding to go tow the Camel Blazer. I forgot about the third strike, which is the coolant leak. What is it?
I can't tell. I mean, I thought it might have been coming from the lower radiator hose, but
I mean, it's definitely spraying from somewhere.
I just can't see it because it just keeps splashing me in the face.
Well, so the fan's just spreading it around?
Yeah.
So maybe it's just the radiator core itself. I guess there it is, radiator failure. There's a spot there that you probably can't see on the camera that it's just spraying out one of the tubes of the radiator and the fan's spreading it everywhere. yesterday.
I did, yes.
Did you get to see him?
I did not. I just missed him, apparently.
Was that intentional?
No, absolutely. I didn't.
Anything to say to Josh because he's not here today?
He gave me a message that I dare not repeat.
He already gave you the message.
Around the wife and kids.
Oh, okay.
You can only imagine.
What's with these loud guys and these trucks? You can't even talk.
It's all right. It's not like what I was going to say was important.
Yeah.
Another daily driver.
4 minutes of battery. Crap.
It's a work in progress. They don't work quite as good as I'd hoped.
Aren't working as good as you hope?
No.
They're still up there a ways.
Well, so they, like, it's a pressure washer, and if you don't, like, it wants to vent if it gets too hot, right? And so it, pressure washer with diesel in it, and so if it heats up too much, it just quits pumping. And so you get flames for like, 5 minutes, and then it's over. Then you're done.
What we got going on here?
Out of the bed, right?
Lately to see where it's at. came out of the woods.
Yeah, I did.
Literally.
I come out last fall for a little bit.
When I wasn't here.
Yeah. Nobody really saw me, so I'm back again.
All right. Someone's making all this noise. I can't do interviews.
I'll talk to you later.
All right. Chevy, I'm assuming. Yeah. Single wheel. But I mean, if you were to do all that from scratch, it would be worth it. But if you don't need all that, then
Took me about a week and a half to get it done. Running. Not until
Yeah. So pull this back, get it back to camp. Another starter. He's three-wheel leaking coolant steps up. Looks like that car got stuck there. We're dragging. Lots of stuff. Mystery machine. Take that back, put another starter in it, hopefully. Maybe it'll keep running. Well, you're trying to talk me into LS stuff.
It's super simple. You give me a donor rig and I'll get you set up.
Have you even got to work on like your own mud bogger rig? Well, you're working on everyone else's LSs though. Yeah. So I mean, I don't want to add to that.
Okay. I enjoy it.
Like there's one right there that you've been putting some time into. Yeah. You get it figured out, you think?
We just gave that thing some more time in to see if it'll...
You get a burnt plug or something too?
Burnt plug wire, yeah. I told him to leave it in first gear this time and have fun.
Okay. Stupid starters.
Flex plate's got a bunch of flat spots.
Yeah.
It'll pop right off, but I was having a problem popping my fuse from the fuel pump. Straight wire it. Figure out where the real issue's at.
So they've been welding on overkill, I'd say here, trying to get the sway bars from not being stripped out. And Ricky's still fighting with the starter. I brought a spare starter, but didn't bring normal starter bolts. Only had the mini starter ones, so had to rob the bolts off the van.
Oh,
getting the high lift
that's
jack.
all we needed.
Derek's gonna head on down. It's running good now. It's got a new paint job. I gotta put head gaskets on it. Apparently it's blown a rear head gasket, blowing coolant out the back of it. Grab my bearing, reunite it with the truck for the first time in a while. So I'll go ahead and put this back here where I set it on that bumper 20 years ago. And maybe I'll go through again even with the coolant leak out the head gasket. Probably keep it cool enough to make one more pass or two. And then I think that's it for this truck going through the mud at Moyie at least. Well, I think it's go time. Back 2005, seized the engine in this on Friday, spent all Saturday waiting on parts and pulling the engine out and apart, and got it back together with a different crank and bearings. And I did run it on Sunday, but I was denied all day Saturday getting to run it. So this year I've already ran it Friday two times just before Tyler's proposal, and we've already had a head gasket failure. The carburetor acted up. I've thrown another Edelbrock 800 on here. Haven't even touched it, just threw it on. Don't know how it's going to act, so we're just going to go with it.
I'm not interviewing.
Well, that's it. That's the end of mud bogging this truck. I clean it up. We're going to try to get the head gasket replaced, get exhaust back on it after that. Going to make it to where it'll drive down the road again. And remember this truck as one that I went on the last trip with my dad in back in like 96. Dust storm 2025. Alright, so we're hopping in Too Tall, warming up Too Tall so we can all go for a ride. Don't know if it's gonna run okay or not. It's I threw another air filter on that's new but way too small. I can't externally find anything wrong with it unless the turbo is going out. I guess we'll know here shortly. So the air filter solved Too Tall's issue. Apparently the other filter was just super clogged, even though it didn't look like it. But there's a lot of dust and crap in the air. So for now, we're gonna find other people who want to ride. You're not in gear.
Get it! Get it! You can do it!
I don't think they're gonna budge that. They're not budging that. Have fun out there.
Hell yeah!
Latest
bit of
trucks.
bobble.
Still working out bugs as always.
Still gotta get it tuned. It's close though.
And mega trucks at home.
Mega trucks at home. This way I don't got to clean it.
Ah, yeah.
Yeah. Yep. No, left mega truck at home.
What were they doing to your step side?
good, doesn't it?
I had to use your carburetor too today and throw it on mine because mine quit idling.
Do you need parts? I've got a Holly.
No, it ran good enough for me to make my last pass. Got a lot of air right there. Bud did when he came through there. Did he? Everyone else that wanted rides earlier is still missing, so we have Carson's kids' rides. This wave going out, we got the next wave coming in. Trying to catch up on everything. Everyone ready? Okay, here we go. We got the next wave of contestants up. Departing, and we got the next wave coming. This set of riders is departing, and then we got our next set coming. on to Spider Woman. So here we are winding down Saturday evening. I went from driving the other trucks a total of 7 times and 2 tall a few times, so now I don't know, I lost count. We're trying to give rides. Pit's still open, fixed the air filter issue, and we still got a few more rides to give, and then we'll call it a night. Were you just talking about this earlier? About the where this was mounted? And
I gotta get this guy's ratchet strapped up.
there's lots. But ow, ow, ow.
You should look at it going that way down the rig. It's like the most messed up stuff I've ever seen. Windshield starting to point actually in the right direction, which is good, except for the fact that it hits right there when you do that.
Yeah, I was gonna say, pan, kept the oil pan from hitting.
Pump stops could be set down a little bit further, but yeah.
Oh, like quite a ways down, probably.
It's not supposed to be pointed up. It's supposed to be flat.
Oh, so you weren't avoiding it. You just got there late. They let me run one more time after they closed the gates, so you could have gone.
Kelsey, it's your ground, baby.
Yeah. I feel like they might have made an exception for you.
Tomorrow morning it will happen. Between Ben and Jesse, yep, that was what it was.
You guys be good.
It's been a year, baby.
Paul's fixed and he was running all day. We got people going up the tank trap. We got they're fixing the Overkill XJ. I will say this, one of the first times I've been actually tired of driving and didn't want to drive anymore after making laps in Tutol. The filter fixed the issue. Every time I make a few laps and get some of the rides in that I promised out, there's more people who wanted rides, and it's not that I don't want to, but I was like, if this was me driving, like, I would have parked it and gave up for the day. But definitely wanted to give the kids rides, and other people wanted to go ride through the pit. Lots of people been here first time here, or they've never even been through the pit before, so we gave them rides, and that was all worth it right there. So hopefully everyone had fun. It's kind of a slow truck, but it seemed like the kids enjoyed it, and so yeah, that made it all worth it right there. I am tired though, so Ricky worked on the camo blazer more, got the starter in with the starter bolts out of the van, and it still doesn't start, so I don't know what the deal is with that. They got the Overkill XJ hung up on a big rock and did some stuff up there. I didn't get to see it, but watch out for more videos they'll have posted. And there's a lot of bent and broken stuff, but that's what he brought it here to do, is test and see where the weak links were and everything. And hopefully they'll get it all fixed up and back together and ready to go again. Wonder if Logan's doing test drives in the crossbreed buggy. I'm pretty tired. I think I'll go home now.